Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Let's see if I'm gonna be live here. I'm trying to see if we get up on the screen. Let me know if you guys hear me or see me. Should be broadcasting now. Let me just do a little. Retweet. Are we live? Yeah. Okay. Are we going live here? What's going on? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Hi guys. I see myself. Let me mute myself. Okay. Very good. Hey guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check, screen check. I see myself pretty well. Everything is up. Markets popped on the open here. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? Look at this. Ooh, nice big pop on the open. The usual suspects. For those of you who are in my room, I have updated the 1-bar scalp with slope. It made it very, very simple and easy to kind of look for the scalp trades. If you go into the settings parameter, let me just actually let's do full screen here. First of all, guys, hey, just want to let you know I'm now broadcasting 1080p. Screen should be a lot sharper, so everything should be a lot better for everybody to see. You'll be able to see the trades. We're actually probably, you know what, before I go into this, we're probably going to do a little bit of trading here because we have trades setting up. Let me make sure that they are. Yeah, this is a pretty legitimate trade. We'll see if it works out. There's a couple of really interesting tricks that I'm going to share with you throughout the session to take it up to kind of the next level in terms of scalping. But in the meantime, let me just look at the. Let me see if I get any signals. Okay, no signals. We're kind of retreating back and forth. Although NASDAQ is flirting with a signal, so maybe we'll keep an eye on NASDAQ here. But in the meantime, we've got 16 seconds left on the screen. In the meantime, when you're looking at the indicator, there's a whole bunch of stuff that that I made on the indicator to just basically, like, for example, if you want to get rid of the slope labels, see, these are the slope labels. If you want to just get rid of them and just look at all the scalp signals, you can just it's unclickable by default. So you don't have to show the buy sell labels over here to kind of unclutter the screen and just look at the symbols. Also, I made the downward symbol, the downward triangle, upward with an upward arrow to make it a lot easier. And when you look at the chart like this, and sort of like for everybody who's new here, who's looking at how we scalp, is literally the simplest thing in the world. This is what makes this approach just so powerful because it reduces scalping. I call it my super simple scalping strategy. By the way, as I'm looking at this thing, I have a buy signal shaping up here. 13, 14 seconds left on the trade. You know what? Let's go look into this. We've got to go into the buy account, buy bid. All right, let's get along this trade. Let's see if this trade holds out. So we are long on this big up signal. This NASDAQ signal right here. Target is going to be. Let me see what my target is. 55. Stop is 25 on the trade. So we're like somewhere around here on the target. Let's see if we can get it up here. Maybe we won't. But whether we do it or not, the structure of how we're trading is what I wanted to show you. And now with the indicator, you guys can really see it very, very clearly. What we do is the following. We're basically, looks like we're unwinding the whole thing. I'm gonna get tagged out on this thing probably. Yeah, first trade not working because of generally market open volatility, which is fine. I want to take the trade just to show you the signal. Yeah, okay, not working, but that's fine. What we do is we're trying to basically buy above the 8-period moving average, sell below the 8-period moving average. We're always trying to trade with trend. Now, on the open of the market open, as you see here, we have massive volatility. You're always subject to buying the highs and selling the lows. That's nothing new, and that's fine because obviously not every signal is going to work. The critical thing is to trade small and to have a plan to work your way out of it in case in case the trade goes wrong. Which means we take our stop, and when we get the next signal, we're going to double up the position and basically even out this trade. One way or the other. The other reason why, by the way, this trade was not great, and I took it even though I knew it wasn't great, just to kind of show you, just to basically, my whole point here is to take as many trades as possible with you to give you practice, is because as you can see here, this signal versus this signal was a lower high, and the very, very best signals are when the prior arrow is below on the upside. This arrow is higher than this arrow, higher high. That creates a much stronger signal to the upside. And conversely, you don't sell a higher low, right? A higher short. You sell a lower short. So, for example, this is a lower short. This really worked. This would not have been a good trade for me. So, like right now, the shorts are actually very, very low. So, any kind of a sell signal here is not going to be truly a good opportunity for us, and we're not gonna take it. Now, in addition to all of this, NASDAQ is red today. NASDAQ, everything is red today. In addition to all of this, there's actually like another really, really fun setup to trade, which I don't have marked on the charts, and I'm just going to show it to you as it appears. I actually missed the setup here, which is when you break the moving average with 2 consecutive candles in it. So in other words, this red would have been a great short, just like as this green. Before I went on air with you guys, I took this this trade to the upside. Very, very sharp angular moves. I like this. Through the moving average, these kind of V-shaped moves are really excellent quick trades, one way or the other, and they're demarcated by usually 2 very, very sharp greens, when it goes to the upside, 2 very, very sharp reds to the downside. That creates really, really nice possibilities for trades. Let's see what's going on in the S&P. Actually, you know what? We'll just go to the S&P this way. S&P doesn't have any signals here either. One of the other things that's kind of cool here, actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. You can, for those of you who are using the indicator, you can modulate these arrows by give it space of 1 or space of 2, space of 3. The reason why that looks nice on the charts is because the ticks on the S&P are very different than the ticks on the NASDAQ. So like here, you would use just only a 1 space arrow, but on the NASDAQ chart, you would use like a 4 space arrow. Like here's the NASDAQ chart. You see it's a 4 space arrow. So you can just like modulate it to make it look really, really nice on each one of the charts. I am watching trades here. So I have so the other thing that I wanted to kind of talk to you about today is I have created, I've been trading 2 accounts. One, the short account, which is the 34 account. The other one is 35. What this does, and this is why it's so great to trade with Apex. Let me put an Apex link up here. Make sure you guys get the discount. I think the discount is still in place. And if it's not in place for 80, it's in place for 71. So it's still a very, very good discount with that code that I give you. So here I have a short trade. The reason why it's great to segregate the trades into 2 accounts is because number one, first of all, you don't get whipsawed going left and right in one single account. And the other one is that typically one side is going to be much more dominant than the other side, so it's going to give you opportunities to really, really trade well. So this is the 35 is the long, 34 is the short. I'm going to sell ask on the NASDAQ. My target is 78, stop is 608. It's a very, very deep sell-off in NASDAQ, so it may come back on us, but this is a very, very sharp arrow to the downside. So, fully aware that, that this was a massive move. This was a move from 13 to 85. It's a big move, 30-point move. So I could easily get retraced on a stop here, but it's fine again, because I'm trading small and I will take the next trade larger and I will recover and, P&L my position. The idea is if your initial trade is small, you can wait for the next, and the signal doesn't work, you can wait for the next signal and do a larger trade when the signal is going to be better, and not just only recoup your losses, but obviously create a P&L out of it as well. So that approach really, really works well for me, and that's how it keeps my accounts going. So, no surprise, I sold the bottom here because the markets are basically up, down, rip, which is fine. It is what it is, I'm perfectly okay with it. Now, here's the cool thing: we can go into my long account, right? 35s. Here's what I want to show you. I'm going to go into the S&P right now, right? I'm just waiting for the S&P this second candle to close. And if I can get a second candle close, this is the 2 candle sharp V. We'll trade that and see if we can make money on that move. As it pops up. How much time do I have left on the S&P? 13 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds. Okay. Let's see if we can buy a bid. Exit. Buy market. All right. So now I'm in market. Let's see if I can get 1 point on the S&P. By the way, you see how we have like a nice light trading view. Trade of it is it should hopefully a lot easier for you guys to see. And there we go. And nice clean. You see, I told you, it doesn't matter that the last one got stopped out. This one totally recovered the position and give us a P&L. So just to review this, I threw a lot of stuff at you. I have 2 accounts. The 35 is the long account. The 34 is the short account. I'm trading 2 setups just for fun and to make it more interesting for us while we're scalping. I'm trading my regular, hey, let's let the trade come down underneath the moving average, retrace, and then reestablish the movement trade, which is where I only take my signals. And within those signals, by the way, I only want to take lower lows and higher highs. So if my first signal is not a lower low, my first red triangle is not a lower low, I'll pass up and wait for a second signal on that condition. And then I'm also trading for fun because I've seen this so many times. This very, very sharp V-shaped pop, where if we get 2 candles through the moving average at a very sharp angle, like a V-shaped angle like this, I'm going to go long, on the upside. I'm going to go short on the downside for very, very quick, like 1 or 2, 1 point on the S&P, 10 points on the NASDAQ as just a quick scalps. And those are a lot of fun to do. And it just gives you more diversity and more flexibility on trading. Because remember, the whole idea is as long as you trade with small size and you diversify your trades, and then I'm diversifying you guys three ways. Number one, I'm diversifying by product. So we're trading both S&P and NASDAQ, right? Number two, I'm kind of diversifying by strategy. So, I have my own scalper strategy and then just that quick, moving average crossover strategy that I'm trading. And number three, I'm diversifying by account. So I have a short account and a long account. And by sorting out all of that, all of those conditions, I'm basically giving myself the best chance for success. So I have shorts coming up like all over the place here. Is this a lower short? I can't tell. This doesn't look like it's a lower short. So this is definitely a lower short in NASDAQ. So NASDAQ is a better look for me. So we're going to go to my short account, which is my 34 account. I'm going to go to my NASDAQ. I got 11 seconds left. Let's see, sell ask. All right, I'm in the trade now, and I'm targeting 85 in NASDAQ. And we're almost there, and we'll take it. And I got it done. You see how fast that is? I mean, I know it's super fast for you guys, and that's why I, go through this slowly with you on certain trades, but let me just make sure that I'm okay. Yeah. But that's the whole point. Is it's just like tennis. It's just like anything else. When you develop the instinct for it, when you develop the habit for it, you instantaneously get into a trade. No doubts, no hesitation. And sometimes they go super, super fast. Most of the times they usually take about 2 or 3 minutes to resolve. Sometimes they take a couple of seconds, but you can't hesitate. You got to just, take the trade as it goes. And you see how quickly we're able to recover all of the, all of those positions and get back on track now. Let me know if that makes sense. Give me a couple of yeses. Let me make sure that you guys are all understanding everything. Anything you want me to repeat, I'm happy to repeat. Let me put in a couple of links here. If you guys want to just join us for a month, here's a discount link for us. Let me put the coaching link here. Coaching is going to start next Tuesday. Back up the fall season of coaching in prop trading is going to start. So once a week we do coaching, which is really, really a lot of fun. And last thing, I want to tell you about the Gelber Group, which we all talked about many times before on the show. This is our sponsor. It's a professional prop firm that's looking for prop traders. They have a contest. The contest, I think, has like 35,000 giveaway in it. So please register if you can for this contest. It's an amazing idea. If you do well, they will actually interview you for a paying job. So for those of you who are interested in trading full time or just for fun, definitely worth the shot. Now. Repeat the V-shaped strategy, please. Okay, it's much easier to show it than for me to repeat it. So let's annotate the strategy. We're going to do this with NASDAQ. So let me just find the rectangle. I guess we'll do a rectangle. Okay. All right. Step 1. Do you see price breaking sharply above the moving average in a 2-candle formation? Two super sharp high, basically, where's my drawing tool here? Brush. Does everybody see this? Do you see that these two sharp, they're breaking into a V? Give me a yes, please. Yes, no? Are you guys seeing the positioning here? Andy? Okay. So that is what I mean by V-shaped. Now, the flip side of this, the other way to do this is this one. Again, super sharp moves through the moving average to the downside. Now, this, by the way, really happens a lot on the open or during news. Those are like the best the angled move, right? And now we have, you're forcing me to draw, which is literally my worst skill in the world. And this is obviously an inverse V or a U, whatever. No, this is a U. What the fuck is that? That's an inverse V, I guess, whatever. You get the idea. It's the inverse. So the idea is 2 sharp reds here, sell market, 2 sharp greens here, buy market. And the stop is the low of the second candle, so like the lowest low. So be like, probably I would stop myself here. This actually, I'm not sure if this, I think, okay, hang on. Let me just get rid of the drawings. Now, this totally works, for an upside move, and then obviously this totally works for the downside move because your stop is over here. I wouldn't go much. I would just take 10 points out of the scalp. But when you get those moves, and there's quite a lot of them. There's, you get these sharp moves. You get the moving average crossover during the day quite a lot. Now, we're actually, by the way, really look at this, just a complete one-way trade to the downside, right? basically we're just a total sharp decline. Now what's interesting is we have on the S&P, right? We might have, so what S&P, I'm going to watch this right now, and we got 34 seconds. We want to see a second green candle. If we get a second green candle formation, maybe that's a nice V shape. We can try to take another V shape move here. S&P is far less negative than NASDAQ is. You see that? So maybe we have an opportunity, but this is only the first candle, so we don't have any trades, and it's got to have, you want to see it nice and sharply up, none of this really weakling moves through the moving average. So this is candle number one, and now we'll have to see if we get a candle number two, if they want to carry it higher. But in times when you don't have really good quality scalp signals, these moving average crossover signals are really, really good. So it's like 42 seconds. No, now it kind of busts, and that's why you sort of wait. You absolutely have to wait for it to close to really give yourself any type of confidence on this. So right now, it's all chopping around right now. Not much is going on here. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes. I want to go into my long account, 35 by bid. I missed it. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Too late. Exit. No trade here. I'm sorry, guys. That really faked me out because it looked so red. I wasn't really watching the trade. We should have been watching this. We should have gone market here. That would have been a super easy another trade here. 39 to 40 would have been a super easy big run trade right over here. Sorry. I don't, teaching and trading sometimes is like walking gum and chewing. Sometimes I don't get the move. Anyways, we have another sell signal in this. I want to go into my sell account. MNQ. Sell ask. Ooh, just popped all the way through. Oh, damn. Okay, come on. Okay, beautiful. So that actually worked nicely for another 10 points. Good for us on the short side. This was a signal over here. You see that NASDAQ is definitely the most negative. Had lower lows, all classic trades, and we got done on that. That's not a free trial. No, that's a discount. There's nothing free, my friend. Nothing free in life, except YouTube Live. Sorry, Dr. D, what do you mean by default settings on the bar? What bar are you talking about? Oh, you mean like in the indicator? Yeah, you could use the default settings. I mean, I think it comes like yeah, the default settings. And then you can play around with them. It's not like there's default settings. They just simply signals, this is the indicator. So I would use it as it comes in 2.0 now version to give you the cleanest possibility. What's really cool right now, guys? So I'm watching NASDAQ, right? Let's have fun with NASDAQ a little bit. Let's go to NASDAQ. Now I'm going to go. Where am I? Am I long? I want in my long account. No, this is my short account. 35. The only problem with having two accounts, sometimes I get confused. Okay, this is my long account. So okay, unfortunately, right, it's a little too early to tell. But look at here's what I wanted to show you. So massive sell-off, 640 down to like 520, 100 points, right? Are we going to get a 2-candle green move off the moving average? We're going to get that, right? Are we? That's the big question. We'll have to see. How much time is left? 32 seconds. Okay. So at around 30 seconds, this thing is going to come sharp. By the way, yes or no on the sharpness of the screens? Are you guys liking the 1080p and the white background? Isn't it much easier and sharper to see all the trades? We haven't done I've been back. We haven't even done any polls. I'm going to start doing. We're going to do some polls. What questions you guys would like me to poll you on? I'm actually curious. What are your thoughts? So unfortunately, no sharp pops on the thing. So we're kind of. As a matter of fact, I think there's like a. No. I thought there was another sell signal here, but no sell signal here. Okay, so. S&P obviously not. Oh, here we go. This is good. This is another green one. 28 seconds. So this would be the first candle, and the second one we'll see if we can get a pop on the V shape. It's not sharp. I don't know why it's not sharp, guys. I'm broadcasting 1080p. I am. Tell me you guys are seeing it sharp. I can't. There's nothing more I can do. I paid up the wazoo to broadcast at 1080p. Unfortunately, look at this. See that? No go. So now, but hold on. Don't give up hope yet on a pop, because it's 50 seconds left. If this candle gets green, that's a double green candle. We're going to get long on this thing, right? So we got one. How much time do we have left? 32 seconds. In 30 seconds, it's going to start showing me. I'm seeing this like super sharp on my screens. I'm seeing it pretty sharp on my other screen here for everything. Okay, 15 seconds left. Not a super great green candle, and see, it's not really giving me a lot of greens here. All right. I took the pop. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Hit me on a 10. Went 8 my way, but not quite. But let's see if this will pull me up. Because my target is 65. I'm back to 65. 65 is what I need. I find sometimes looking at this helps me not look at the chart. $61, $62, $64, $65. There we go, baby. Super clean, right? I mean, I love this cool little trade, because it's, once you see it and once you begin to understand, especially, and this is the key thing, what I love about doing this is this really, as I said, works best in super sharp opening environments where you have really big turns, right? Like this is like the Grand Prix, sharp, right? Change of direction on the market open, and these kind of trades just set up really beautifully for possibility. Sorry, what's the question? What tool is one left side sell fills? Sorry, on TradeOvate, this over here is just the DOM, and this is the chart. And I'm always trying to buy at the bid or sell at the ask to get myself better price, right? That's all I'm trying to do. And by the way, this is the reason, another reason why you really want to go just for, for 10 points, because a lot of times this very sharp turn is just going to die out. It's not like, the V shape isn't always continuous. We're making fresh lows now on NASDAQ again. And fresh low. I think fresh lows on S&P as well. So that's, S&P still far less negative than NASDAQ, but definitely popping down. My chart setup is using my proprietary 1-bar slope indicator, which is available for anybody who wants to join us. Here's the discount link to join us. Let me put it in here in the chat. Oh, you know what I want to ask? Here's a great poll question. Okay, how many trades do you do a day? Okay, we're going to give you like wide range. 0 to 10, 10 to 30, and we're going to do 30 or more. I'm actually curious. All right, everybody, here's today's poll. How many trades do you guys do a day? Let me know. The indicator I'm using is a proprietary indicator available only to BK members called the 1-bar slope. It's one that I wrote, and it's it's available for anybody who joins our group. And it's an indicator that tells me sell points and buy points on a short-term one bar basis. It's actually gave me a sell signal here, which we took, and it's possibly give me another sell signal here, although not yet. Looks like, by the way, you see it, we're kind of bottoming out of this 520, right? I'm looking at this trade, and as we're approaching the 10 o'clock hour, the first half hour puke, we're kind of getting done with the first half hour puke. Maybe there'll be a little bit, a secondary puke to the downside. But if my instinct is right, and it's only going to be confirmed by price action, I'm not doing anything on instinct. I'm going to wait for price action. If I'm right, if I get a second green candle here on NASDAQ, that's going to be another possible scalp to the upside. But, until that happens, nothing happens. Meantime, I still have a third downward sell. Well, not anymore. Now, here's the other thing that I was going to say is the sell signals, the buy signals, they're all great, but obviously some are greater than the other. And to me, if you're like the third or the fourth sequence of sells, in other words, you've had a successful sell here, successful sell here, successful sell here, you had 3 successful sells, I generally will stop taking any sell orders from that point on, because you're much more likely to sell the bottom than you are to make another P&L. Like the whole point of the worst sin of all traders is greed. The worst mistake of all indicators is greed as well. In other words, pushing your indicator to its it's like pushing your car to 7,000 RPM. You're going to break the engine, right? Indicator is exactly what is the dashboard of your car supposed to be. It's giving you guidance to drive in the best possible way. But if you press it really, really hard, you are going to pay the price. So generally, if I have 3 successful trades in one direction, like I did with the shorts right now, no need to take any more signals. And you see this signal over here, right? Even though it popped up, probably going to be a false signal, right? So no need to take it. I'm just casually just watching this thing right now to see if I can get a 2-candle turn on NASDAQ, see if we can trade that again. All right, let's see how our poll is doing. Let's go, guys. I want to see more votes in the poll. Most people take 0 to 10 trades a day. Interesting. I will tell you this: the guys who are most successful in my room are taking between 10 and 30. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's the whole point. You take a lot of trades. You don't have any emotional attachment to any one of them, and okay, so you see, like, okay, here's a trade that's not super obvious, and the reason why it's not super obvious, I'm looking for the looking at the S&P right now, right? Let's look at the S&P. Could I take this trade? I could. See, I have a red candle against this, this red candle, so it kind of drops to the lows, right? 8-9 seconds. The thing about this, though, is that the high of this one is pretty much it's coming off essentially an equal high. Will it work? Because it had a lot of momentum, maybe I would have, maybe it would have worked, but I don't feel nearly as good about taking this trade as I would have taking this trade, which was a clear lower high and a clear signal. As you see here in the S&P, you pretty much had, this one was a little bit lower high. You could have taken that. This was just, you basically sold the bottom. You could have taken this. This was a legitimate trade, but you sold the bottom. That's the story. Nothing much. Now, this trade actually does work, right? Does work, but it was like a 50-50 trade. It wasn't really clear to me whether I wanted to take it. Now it's really developing a downside, and so is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is really developing its downside too. Now with NASDAQ, I hesitated taking this trade to the downside because this was already the third or the fourth in a sequence. I didn't want to be greedy. But again, this worked because we're having a strong sell-off. But it's not often that we have such strong sell-off where you get 3 or 4 consecutive winners in a row. Like Clint Eastwood said, man's got to know his limitations, right? And look, by the way, how fast this came back up. This tested, came back up in a matter of seconds. You snooze, you lose. Maybe we have a double green on the S&P. Let's see. Let's watch the S&P. First candle, still only 40 seconds left on a reversal. Let's see if S&P does anything for me. You guys following me on all this? Yes, NVIDIA today obviously is going to get dicey. That's why we have a lot of choppy price action. But I think NVIDIA flows are not going to affect the market until later in the day. Definitely by 3 o'clock, I'm not going to be doing any more trading. Look at this reversal: 32 to 38, 6 points in the S&P as far as the trade goes. Look at this pop! Wow, I was going to and then pop right back down. Do we have news on? No, it's not news. Just wow, look at these moves. Those are crazy moves. I'm watching both of these guys to see if there's any kind of a V-shaped pop here. But it looks really choppy, to be honest with you. All right, let's go. Let's see if we have a. Where's my up account? This is my long account. This is my S&P. You know what? We'll do a small S&P. I don't need to be a hero on this one. Let's go buy bid. Did I get it? No, I did not get it. Exit. Okay. Buy bid. Come on. Okay. And I'm looking for 40.25. Let's see if I can get that. Again, playing with the market. Market is a little bit choppy, but let's see if my V-shaped trade again does me right. In the meantime, let me go to the NQ. No, NQ is not doing it. Nope. So what you saw me do here is do a much smaller size. And again, I made a choice because I didn't love this trade. When I don't love a trade, I don't feel confident in it. I'd rather do a smaller size. This way, if I get stopped out, it's no harm, no foul. It's a tiny little clip. And then at the next time it starts to really pop, I'll get much larger, right? I'll get much larger. It's fine. We got clipped on this because obviously the S&P just wasn't, you know, the trade was like right here. This was actually the two big moves to the upside. I should have taken that trade, but you know, it is what it is. Where's the Dow? I mean, excuse me, NASDAQ. Watching NASDAQ here. No movement, nothing. No setups. Chop City. So, you know, we try to do the best we can within that environment. Now, no, doesn't matter. I was going to say, you know, the two trade turn. I am perfectly happy for it not to be consecutive, as long, and this is the critical thing, as long as you don't have a break below the moving average. Right now, both of these reds held the moving average, and you still have the green candle here. If this candle ends up green, I'm going to go long the NASDAQ for a possible turn trade. I also have, although see, here's a buy signal in the S&P, but it's a lower buy from the prior buy, so not a high confidence trade. When it's not a high confidence trade, you can do it on small size, right? So I can go back to small size now to my longs. Okay, so I'm a little bit late on all of this because obviously I'm trying to show this to you, show everything to you, but this was a more or less a green, a secondary green. If we go on the charts here, see this green second? I should have been buying it over here, not over here. I'm very late on this thing. Should have been bought 42, but good enough. Let's see if this does anything for me. No, not really. And the MES, we bought this again. I bought that at a bad price. You see, I bought that I bought both prices, both trades at just bad prices because I was late on my execution. I should have been here, but that's fine. I took small trades. I'm still in the NASDAQ trade. I think NASDAQ trade might actually still work for me. Because again, this is like, you know, the 2-bar trade here on the V shape. It's my NASDAQ. 61 is my limit on NASDAQ. If you look at the price action, we're just basically literally 39 to 36, just all chop city here, doing nothing, right? We're just chopping around, guys. The trade should have been here. I missed the trade because I was doing something else on the S&P, and this is kind of a, you know, the drawback of trying to show the signals, because both showing and doing. And maybe, you know, like, I think maybe what I should be doing is I should just be trading and then explaining after I trade. Because while I'm, you know, if I'm explaining while I'm trading, it kind of slows me down. Maybe that's what we'll do as we do, you know, more sessions. I think it's probably easier for me to take the trade and explain it afterwards than for me to explain and then do the trade, because I think that's a big problem. Yeah, So we're sort of consolidating. Market really not doing anything right now. No price action here. Nasdaq sold off hard, trying to find a bottom. I definitely think the trade is going to be to the upside here. But we have to be patient and find those upside potential trades. For all its choppiness, I'm actually looking at the S&P. Even though all of these were sort of very intermediate signals because they weren't lower highs, they were sort of equal highs. All of these sell signals work. Now here's a sell signal that's popping up in the S&P. If this holds, that's actually a lower high sell signal. Really, maybe worth taking for us if it holds. We have to see if it holds. It doesn't. Maybe Nasdaq finally showing a little bit of pop. All right, S&P. Let's go back to my long account. So this is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is showing some positive pop here. I need to see what's my target. 51. Oh, so this is S&P, right? So I want. Here's the S&P chart. If this thing stays green for 2 candles, I'll trade it. How much time do I have left? 30 seconds. All right, so that long S&P got done that they've been holding for the last 5-10 minutes. $39.50. $38.50. $39.25. That's where it is. By the way, look how thin the book is. Usually the S&P has about 300 contracts. It's trading 50 contracts on the book. It's a very, very thin day today. Not a lot of not a lot of action. So not a lot of possibilities for us to do stuff. And this trade may not work for us. It just did not have enough juice on a turn here. We'll see. Yeah, the Nasdaq trade did have the turn. This one, not holding my breath. But here's the point. It doesn't matter if this one particular trade works. If you're doing 20, 30 trades a day like I am, and you constantly, you're recovering you're going to come back on this account like I will. Like yesterday I was at 500. I brought it to 800. I brought it to 800. Now it's back to 600. I very, very confident that if I see you guys tomorrow, which I'm probably going to do another session with you guys tomorrow, this will be at 900 by the end of it. Because even though this particular setup failed, the next one will not. The next one will not. And all right, I went long again. because we had more momentum. And I need to see 39.50. Come on. Come on. Give me 39.50. Wow, look how thin this is. Just so thin. 12, 13. Come on, 50, 50, 50. A lot of offers there. There we go. Not quite. Sorry guys, look at this. Just missed my target again. It's just, it's NVIDIA day. I didn't expect today to be anything but exactly this, just complete torture of chop, chop, chop. All you can do is just, stay alive, obviously not burn the account too badly. And when the moves happen, when NVIDIA reports, there's going to be amazing opportunities to hit those trades, because when you're going to see those, you can basically wait for that one 10-minute time span and make all the money for the day. On days like today, when there's just nothing going on, it's just chop city, and all you got to do is just stay alive. I got to run because I have a meeting with Kay, so I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit early. I'll let you guys know. I'm probably going to do another one tomorrow. But the key thing is, I wanted to show you the setups so that you can see the setups working or not working, as you see today, in a longer term time frame. Because in a longer term time frame, they're all going to succeed much better. In the meantime, small nicks left and right. That's how it goes. I will. I will see probably you guys tomorrow after the NVIDIA stuff, and I think you're going to find it, really, really interesting as far as movement goes. In the meantime, exactly what we thought. Look at this, just no movement. The market is chopping left and right. There's no continuity. All right, guys, I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you so much. Everybody enjoy. Take care.